In the glittering and secretive world of Chinese entertainment, there are moments that cannot be scripted or hidden by the camera's spotlight. One such moment occurred when Wang Yibo, the actor and idol known for his cool, composed demeanor, unexpectedly displayed his courage, not in an action scene, not in a public interview, but in the presence of the one person who made him most vulnerable and most honest, Xiao Zhan. That moment might seem fleeting to those not paying attention. Just a glance, a body movement, or perhaps simply the way he stood a little straighter when Xiao Zhan was nearby. But to sharp eyes and hearts that have long followed their relationship, that moment was an explosion of honesty. That secret glance burned through the distance between them, as if only the two of them existed in the room. And for fans who always seek the truth behind fake smiles and safe media answers, that was the moment when everything felt more real. At a formal event, where behavioral rules were so strict and all artists had to exude perfection, Wang Yibo chose that moment to show his boldest side. When Xiao Zhan entered with his calm elegance, all eyes were on him. But only one pair of eyes did not blink, did not smile politely, and could not hide the tremor within: Wang Yibo's eyes. That gaze was not merely admiration. It was courage. The courage not to look away. The courage to acknowledge, without words, that Xiao Zhan's presence still shook his world. Even in silence, Wang Yibo seemed to say, "I'm still here, and I'm no longer afraid to show it." They didn't explicitly greet each other that night. No hugs, no public conversation. But everyone knew. The camera captured the moment their eyes met, and the atmosphere shifted instantly. Yibo's usually expressive face softened in its stiffness, his eyes widening slightly as if holding back emotions long suppressed. And Xiao Zhan? He simply responded with a small smile, thin, brief, but full of meaning. For many people, that smile was like an answer they had been waiting for. He knew Yibo was looking at him, and he knew that even though the world forced them to keep their distance, their hearts had never truly parted. Because for someone like Wang Yibo, raised in a strict environment, taught to always maintain his image and never show weakness, looking at someone with such an open gaze was an extraordinary act. It wasn't just a facial expression, it was an acknowledgement. A silent acknowledgement that Xiao Zhan still held an important place in his life. And no matter how many boundaries they faced, his feelings couldn't be hidden forever. What's more intriguing is that in some viral fancam video frames, Yibo seemed to be about to step closer but held back. As if there were thousands of words on his lips that he wanted to say, but were held back by reality and rules that couldn't be broken yet. On the other hand, Xiao Zhan remained as usual, calm, polite, and graceful. But those who have long studied his body language know that something changed that night. The way he stood closer to Yibo, the way he smiled a little more sincerely when their eyes met, and even the way he glanced briefly when Yibo was talking to someone else. All of it showed that their relationship had never died, only gone into hiding. Fans referred to that moment as the unspoken confession, a silent acknowledgement far stronger than words of love. Amid the spotlight of their soaring careers, moments like this felt deeply human, as if they wanted to remind the world that behind the stardom, the packed schedules, and the public pressure, there were two hearts that had once, or still, been close to each other. Yibo doesn't need to hold Xiao Zhan's hand to make the world's heart race. He just needs to stand confidently, look honestly, and let his gaze convey everything. And Xiao Zhan, with his gentleness enveloping his courage, responds in his own way. Many fans speculate, is this a sign that Wang Yibo is no longer afraid to show his feelings? Is this a signal that they will be more open in the future? Or perhaps it's just a fleeting emotional moment that can only be felt by those who truly pay attention. Whatever it is, one thing is certain. That gaze doesn't lie. In an era where statements can be controlled by agencies and rumors can be dismissed with press releases, one thing that cannot be manipulated is the gaze of the eyes. When Wang Yibo looked at Xiao Zhan that night, it wasn't acting. It was the most honest moment we could see from two people whom the world tried to separate, but whose hearts still called out to each other in silence. Wang Yibo's gaze contained everything: longing, respect, wounds they had once hidden, and feelings that had never truly faded. No words could describe the depth of emotion radiating from his eyes. Even if the world demanded they pretend, Yibo's eyes had already betrayed all those boundaries. It was a form of honesty that couldn't be scripted, couldn't be polished with editing, and couldn't be denied by anyone who witnessed it. And Xiao Zhan? He caught it all in an instant. His expression, which changed in a fraction of a second, was enough proof that he understood the message being conveyed. No words were needed, no hugs, just two pairs of eyes reading each other's hearts. For in that gaze, both knew that no matter what happened, those feelings were still alive, still beating in silence, and perhaps still waiting for the right time to finally speak. Those gazes, though only a few seconds on screen, left an imprint on the hearts of millions of fans. They are not just two talented actors on the world stage of entertainment, but two souls who were, and perhaps still are, bound by an unbreakable connection that defies logic. And as the world keeps moving forward, that moment will be remembered as proof that courage and love sometimes come in the quietest, simplest, yet most touching form, a gaze that cannot be edited. Because in a world full of pretense, one honest gaze can change everything. Do you believe that Wang Yibo still holds something for Xiao Zhan? Or have you also caught the signals hidden behind their silence? Share your thoughts in the comment section, because every word from you means a lot. Don't forget to like if you also felt the emotional resonance of this moment. Subscribe so you don't miss out on the mysterious and emotional stories from the world of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan that we never tire of discussing. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video full of surprises.